Hi guys, welcome back. So I'm just gonna start over. Hi guys, so I'm gonna go straight. Hi guys. I don't know why I can't talk today. I can't get my words. I'm just gonna jump straight into it and start moisturizing my face. I'm gonna use the Tate Like Water. I got the little sample thing when I went to Sephora and signed up for the Sephora rewards, which was probably the worst thing I could have done for my wallet, but my face was feeling a little bit oily today, which is why I chose to use the Like Water one. And to moisturize my lips, I'm going to use the Suja lip balm. If I can open it. And I think I'm going to go straight into the eyes today. Okay, so I already did this eye. Doesn't it look pretty? Look at that. Look at that. So for this look, I'm going to be using one of my BH palettes that I got on this little haul thing that I did with no money, but I did it anyway for some reason. And it is the Marble collection, and it's so pretty. Oh my goodness, it's just so gorgeous. So this is what it looks like on the inside. Look at that. So I'm only going to be using this palette for my eye color, or for my eye look today. So to start off, I'm going to prime my eyelid with the Urban Decay primer. And I'm going to bring it down underneath my lash line because I'm going to be smoking it out a little bit as well, and I don't want it to crease too much. So since I have a little bit of discoloration in the corner of my eye and the bag underneath my eye, I'm going to use my NYX Dark Circle Concealer, which I love and I use for everything. I even use it to carve out my eyebrows. Speaking of which, look at how freaking fleeky my eyebrows look. Look at this. I feel like this is the best that they've looked in a long time. Girl, you know. So I'm just gonna correct all of that darkness that I got going on here. So now that's all blended out, I'm gonna go over it with my Mineral Veil Maybelline finishing powder, or I'm sorry, translucent powder, and just set everything. This also makes blending a lot easier. It just kind of glides on. Okay, so once that's all set, I'm going to start off with my transition shade. And for that, I'm going to use the brown color right there in a big blending brush. And I'm just going like right above where my crease would be. So right above it, right there. And I like to tilt my head back because it's a lot easier to blend out the eyeshadows that way. And now I'm going to start mapping out this little cut crease thing. I started off with the cut crease, and that's what I was going for, but then the lid color that I used turned out to be a little bit darker than I thought. It was a lot more pigmented than I thought it was going to be. So it just turned into like a kind of a smoky eye, but also kind of a cut crease. I'm not really sure what it wants to be, but I'm going to do the same steps that I did on that side so that it comes out evenly. So to start off the cut crease, I'm going to use this silver shade right there. Okay, so I'm going to start in the inner corner. I'm going to find the natural contour of my eyeball, if that makes sense. So right there. And then I'm just going to trace it, and I'm like kind of looking for this bone right here. If you were to go like this, you'd find your crease, right? So I'm trying to go right above that where that bone is. And just pretty much kind of contour my eyelid in a way. And of course I'm going to wing it out. And then I'm going to buff that out with a small blending brush. And I'm going to go back into that brown shade and just kind of warm up that upper part of the eyelid. I don't know what it's called. Alright, so onto the more of the cut crease part, even though it's not really a cut crease. I'm going to use my darker purple in the palette and just deepen up where I put that, what was it, that gray just now. And I'm going to use that small blending brush again, because if I were to use a bigger blending brush, it wouldn't blend as neatly, and you would end up muddying the colors a little bit, which is not what we want to do after putting in all that work trying to get it semi-perfect. So onto the lid color, I'm using this silvery shade right there and this small little flat brush to get it nice and precise. See, it doesn't look like it's going to be that dark when you use the palette. Like when you look at the palette, it doesn't look like it's going to be that dark, but it is. And I'm just meeting up right there with that cut crease. And then wing it out as well. Alright, I'm going to go back into that silver shade that we used first, this one right there, and kind of marry the two colors together. Alright, so now that that's all blended to my satisfaction, I'm going to add some dimension to it because it looks a little bit flat right now. So I'm going to use this pearly color right there and put it right in the center of the eyeball. And I'm also going to pop that in the corner of the eye as well. So now that it's looking even, I'm going to move on to eyeliner. For eyeliner, I'm using my favorite Lakme Iconic eyeliner pencil gel type thing, and I'm just going to tight line with it. And I'm going to blend out the bottom lash line with that purple color again. On to lashes. First, I have to uncurl my lashes because my eyelashes are very curly and it makes it really hard to put on falsies. So I'm going to use my eyelash curler upside down and uncurl my lashes. Yo, people are starting to perm their eyelashes. Like perm them so that they'll be curly. It's the weirdest thing. Like, you should look it up. I mean, if I could give them my curly eyelashes, I totally would, because it's a hassle, man. I mean, it's a blessing, of course, but it's a hassle. Okay, so now they're all uncurled, I'm going to get my little falsies. And they are a little bit long, so I'm going to cut them. I'm going to cut off this end part right here. And that front part. And I'm using the Duo Lash Glue. And we gonna try to apply these on camera. We shall see if that happens, okay? So time for mascara. I'm just gonna use my Great Lash Black is Black mascara and merge my eyelashes with the falsies. And I'm also going to do the bottom lash line as well. Okay, so onto the face. Because I'm feeling a little dark under here today, I'm going to put some, and also especially because of the fallout, but because I'm feeling a little bit darker than usual, like tired and red, I'm going to use some concealer underneath my foundation, which I don't normally do, but I'm going to use the Maybelline Better Skin Concealer, and it's in number 20, which is light. And I'm just going to kind of conceal everything that I feel is discolored right now. because I'm going for a really flawless finish. And I'm just going to blend it out with this flat angle brush. So onto foundation, because I do feel a little bit more flawed than usual. I'm going to use my full coverage Milani 2-in-1 concealer because it is by far the fullest coverage that I could possibly have. I'm going to use my little tiny flat brush to give myself like a really airbrushed look. And of course I'm going to bring it down to my neck so that I don't look two-toned. Two as in the number 2 toned. Get it? I also have some discoloration on my neck anyway, so I like to put foundation on my neck. I usually don't do it this much, but I'm feeling extra today. Why be normal when you can be extra, right? Like, be extra. Be you. That pimple is still peeking through, man. And while I'm here, I'm just gonna clean up my wing. See the difference? Do you see that? Now the foundation's all done, I'm going to go in with a little beauty sponge thing and take away any excess. Because I don't want to look like I glawed on a whole bunch of foundation, even though I did. So this is just going to soak it up some. So onto highlighting, I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me concealer in 20 and 25, if I can find the 25. 20 is a tad bit light, so I'm not going to use too much, but I'm going to mix it in with the 25. When I do my under eyes, I don't like going all the way underneath because then it accentuates my bag, and I'm not trying to accentuate my bag. I want to get rid of the bag. And I'm just going to blend it out with my favorite brush for highlighting, because it has this pointed tip and it makes it a lot easier to get into these little crevices like this one. On to highlighting, I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me foundation stick in Coconut and get myself some cheekbones, bruh. And a jawline, and not such a big forehead, and a more sculpted nose, not a thinner nose, sculpted nose. Yes, that was meant for some shade. Take it how you will. I'm going to use my Real Technique sculpting brush and blend upwards. Don't blend downwards because that would defeat the purpose of contouring. Blend all the way into the hairline. I mean, everybody knows that you didn't wake up looking like this, but you don't have to look like you have on makeup. Alright, so on to baking. I'm going to use my CoverGirl powder in, what is it? In light, or no, medium, something like that. Anyway, it's a translucent powder in medium, so I guess not really a translucent powder. Because it's a medium, it's more of a setting powder. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say today. I know what it's called, and yeah. I'm going to set it all underneath where I just did my highlight. And I'm already starting to crease underneath my eyeballs, so this is very much needed in this area. Now I also like to set the corner of my nose because it tends to get oily. My mustache. My 5 head, my nose, my chinny chin chin. Man, I'm really corny. And underneath my balm A contour. Yes, bruh. While that's settling in, I'm going to set my I'm going to set my contour with my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette in Tan to Deep. And I'm going to use this lighter color right here to just set where I put all of that Maybelline stick foundation. gonna set my pimple as well so that it won't be so shiny. For blush, I'm gonna use my NYX blush in Amber and this pretty little brush that I got from TJ Maxx. And I'm not gonna use too much. And I'm gonna use some of my Milani Bronzer XL in Fake Tan, because we could all use one of those. And I'm gonna just kind of go in between the blush and the contour. On to the best part of any look, the highlighter. I'm using the L'Oreal Lumi Liquid Highlight. And I'm just gonna spread a little bit on a fan brush. And this is just gonna be the base for my highlight. Cause we not done. This is not gonna be it, my friend. No. We're gonna shine up in this, you know. We gonna shine like a freaking disco ball. And because I'm feeling a little bit adventurous, I'm gonna use the highlighter that was in this palette right there. I'm gonna use that same fan brush. Actually, I'm gonna use a different fan brush because I'm gonna be fancy. Alright, that's a modest little highlight. I could deal with that. I like that. I like that. Still not as dramatic as I want it to be tonight. So we're gonna have to go over it. I'm gonna go over it again, layer number 3, with my Becca Highlighter in Opal. I don't even know if you can tell the difference, but it makes me feel better putting on 3. It's really sad. I'm also going to take this highlighter and pop it in the corner of my eyelid, of my eyeball. And take a little bit and put it underneath my eyebrow. And for lips, I'm going to keep it nude just because the eyes are so dramatic. So I'm going to use my Flower by Drew Barrymore liner in, let's see, in nude. Perfect name for it, I guess. Even though it's not necessarily nude on every skin tone. Just saying. Not liking that one too much, I must say. I feel like I look like on the verge of looking like Dave Chappelle in that crackhead script. So, yeah, that's just not gonna work for me. Instead of the other lip color, I'm gonna use the Milani Banana Beige instead because I think that it's gonna match a little bit better. Now I just need the finishing touches, my Urban Decay setting spray. I just realized that I wasn't recording on my mic. I can't do anything right today. I just really can't. I mean, my face came out good, so that's good. But, I mean, I can't talk today. I can't film properly today. I mean, it's just not working for me. But hopefully this video came out good anyway, because I'm not going to redo it. And I really like this look, so anyway. This is the finished look. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I really loved creating it, and I didn't know what I was going to create when I sat down. But this palette, I love it. I love all my BH palettes, and I have 6 or 7 of them now. So, because I'm a shopaholic and I have no self-control. But, you know, who does? So thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, to like, to follow me on Instagram. Bye!